Yes. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Rank You Very Much. I'm Joe Bates, your host. And I know what you're wanting right now. I know what you all want. It's the theme song.
Reggie Watts. You remember Reggie Watts?
Yeah. That was actually a song was created by the man with the longest tongue in the world. True story. Anyways, guys, welcome to Rank You Very Much. Today's episode, the best person that died in 2016. Yes, folks, the best person who died in 2016 has taken a lot of people. 2016 has taken a lot of people, but it hasn't taken the ones we loved. Unless you love these people that died. Then it did take those people that you love. But it's going to be a great episode today. I've got two amazing experts. To the right of me, folks, he's an expert in people dying, Mr. Patrick Murray.
I'm Patrick Murray.
I got to ask you, Patrick, what does it mean to be an expert in people dying?
Well, here's what I do, Dan. I hang out.
My name is Joe.
I hang out on the sidewalk. You're having a coffee. You're having a coffee. A guy walks by. He looks at you. You look at him. You follow him home. He goes to bed. You break in his house. He dies. You go home. You throw your stuff away. You take a shower. You do that twice a week,
That sounds like murder.
Oh, I didn't say that. I just go and do that twice a week. Sometimes, you put in a sock in a guy's mouth and shit. It's, it's whatever you do,
Are you murdering people as mankind?
I'm just an expert.
All right. Well, that's our expert, Patrick Murray, an expert in people dying, which seemingly sounds like murder. And to the left of me, we have the expert, Trent Mabry, who is a ghost.
That's correct.
How's the afterlife?
Oh, it's fair.
just fair? Nothing too bad? Nothing too bad?
I mean, I got no complaints.
Seems like purgatory.
No.
No, it's not purgatory at all. I'm completely wrong. So what is a day in the life of a ghost?
Well, you go around, you just walk around, talk to the dead people. If you're feeling spunky, you go around, you maybe spook some people down on Earth.
So you're usually not on Earth.
No.
No, you're not usually on Earth.
I'm in the clouds.
You're in the cloud. So you're like a Google ghost.
Yeah.
You're in the cloud, and then you show up digitized. Okay, fair. Well, I'm glad that we have what seems to be a serial killer and what seems to be a digital ghost.
I think I've met you before.
Guys, I'm excited for the show. It's going to be really fun. Again, best person that died in 2016. We have the list behind me. And let me explain. Some people may be confused at what it is. It's not actually a really good point. I should get a wireless mouse. That's a really good point. I got to be honest. I should have done that. That would make my life so much easier on this show. Anyways, guys, behind us is the list of items we'll be talking about. Every episode I did this "we'll be back shortly" thing. I feel so bad about it. Guys, we're back. And on today's episode, we're talking about best person that died in 2016. Not necessarily the best person that you're glad died, but all these people grouped together. Who do you really miss? Who is the best of all these people? And behind me is the list. And let me go back into the list and say what we have. Number 1, Nancy Reagan. 2, Harambe. 3, Muhammad Ali. 4, Arnold Palmer. 5, Gary Shandling. 6, Prince. 7, Gene Wilder. 8, John Glenn. 9, Miss Cleo. 10, Chyna. 11, David Bowie. 12, Phife Dawg. 13, Carrie FIsher. 14, Alan Rickman. And as always, we have an extra spot if the audience wants to call in or mention on Facebook Live what's going on, who they think should be added to the list. feel free. I'd rather you call in. Although every time somebody calls in, the screen goes blank. So maybe don't do that. I don't know anymore. I really got to talk to Bit Chat about the issues going on with their.
Why don't we just give out your number?
So anyways, these are the list of people we'll be talking about. I got to ask you, Patrick, when you're going through this, what's your criteria that you're basing your choices on? Like, of the best person that died in 2016?
Well, as someone who's seen a lot of death, I guess I would go with how graceful the death probably was.
So, interesting aspect of it. So, the way they died determines if they're the best.
Oh, yes. Death is very much about how they die and just how they accept it and the way they look while they slowly go to the great beyond.
Side note, we had a comment from one of the people watching. Arnold Palmer is dead. I didn't mean to shock you with my podcast with news of Arnold Palmer's death, but he is gone to a, I don't know, have you seen it, to a better place?
Well, I haven't seen him.
So you don't know.
No.
Okay. Trent, when you're basing this and you're ranking these things, how do you determine what the best person that died in 2016 is?
Well, I would say the person I would most want to hang out with.
Oh, I see. So someone you'd want to like
in the clouds.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Somebody in the cloud you want to. So you're glad they died because you get to hang out with them.
You get to hang out with
Chit chat it up.
Your favorite celebrity.
You know what my favorite celebrity is?
No.
It's Gonzo from the Muppets. Gonzo from the Muppets, always my favorite. Okay, what? Oh, hey, the word Gonzo is on Patrick's arm.
Tattooed forever.
That seems like a great choice. Oh, that's a good. You see, that's a good recommendation. We just had a recommendation here for Alan Thicke. I'm going to keep going with the podcast, and if that's the one I get, that's probably the one I'm going to add once we go through this whole veto round. And what's the veto round, you may be wondering? Well, we have cats here. The veto round is we one at a time go and knock something off the list that we think isn't the best person that died in 2016. And as always, we start with the youngest person here, Patrick Murray. Patrick, who do you think should be taken off this list as somebody who's not the best person that died in 2016?
I believe that Harambe.
Harambe?
Yes.
What's your reasoning for this?
He's not a person. He's a gorilla.
Means something here, though.
As someone who's watched a lot of people die, I can for sure tell you who is and who isn't people.
Okay, so you've determined okay, all right, that's fair. Harambe's not a person; he's a gorilla.
Didn't Harambe? Wasn't he a star of George of the Jungle?
No,
he was. He was in George of the Jungle.
I think that was Brendan Fraser.
Well, yeah, Brendan Fraser, and then second build.
He should be
second build.
He should be dead.
Wait, was Harambe really in?
Yeah,
That I did not know that about Harambe.
I'm pretty sure.
There's a joke here that I'm just not going to make. All right, I'm going to take Harambe off the list. First one off is not a person, and this cat is not my body. Okay, great. Anyways, guys, Harambe off the list. We're starting off strong. I'm going to go off here with the next person to take one off the list. Trent Mabry, who on this list are you done with? Doesn't deserve to be here.
I go with Nancy Reagan.
Nancy Reagan?
Yeah.
She did great things.
Like what? Ignore AIDS?
Yes. That's the only way you can cure it. That's how Magic Johnson got over
That's how I fix all my problems.
it. Ignoring.
Right.
She's also not.
That's what I did when I got AIDS.
Well, I've got things to think about. Wait, is that why you died?
One of them.
One of them. AIDS was one of the reasons. At the end of the podcast, we're all going to figure out whether or not what Trent died from. And I have a feeling it's going to be a sock in the mouth from a certain Patrick Murray to the right of me. Okay, Nancy Reagan. You have some thoughts about Nancy Reagan, I believe.
Well, I don't think she's a person either.
Why do you say that, Patrick?
Have you seen Nancy Reagan?
Not lately. She's dead.
Wow.
She's a lizard person.
Wait.
She's a demon. I believe, from the underworld.
The Underdark?
I've been there.
You've been to the underworld?
Been to the underworld. When you are an expert in the things that I'm an expert in, sometimes you just gotta pay your respects to a big man. Just let him know that you got his back. You're sending him some souls. You know what's up.
I can't imagine how interesting your life must be. That you not only kill people constantly, but you also have heavy contacts with the underworld and lizard people.
I mean, I tell you what, man, I've got HBO Go, Hulu, and Netflix. So I'm doing okay, you know?
I'll tell you what. All right, folks. Nancy Reagan's off the list. It was a pleasure, Nancy, to have you. But you got to go. I'm up next, and I got to take something off the list here. And it's getting a little bit more difficult. You know, you got the two people that weren't people off the list. Gwen's uncle just wrote, wait, Nancy Reagan has AIDS? She had him.
After I got done with it.
Jesus. I'm up next. And here's the deal. I'm actually going to take someone that's a little bit more difficult to take off here. But I'm going to remove, and it sucks because, you know, I just didn't comment on stuff. But I'm taking off Gary Shandling off the list. I'm taking Gary Shandling off the list. One of the reasons is because I honestly, and this is one of my criteria that I forgot to mention, is what were they going to provide anything of recent, you know, of late? They're done. Some of these people, their peaks have already hit their things. Gary Shandling show, great show, but it's not going to.
Sanders,
the Larry Sanders show, another good show.
He was revolutionized TV twice.
And guess what he did after that? Nothing.
Comedians in cars getting coffee.
Oh my God, Seinfeld did that. Here's your problem right there. That's exactly your problem. That's what killed him. Getting in the car with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, that guy's a maniac.
Jerry Seinfeld is slightly a psychopath. He stole his best friend's wife.
I mean, he also just has
What?
bad taste.
You don't know that. Jerry Seinfeld's wife was his best friend's wife, and then it ended up being Jerry Seinfeld's wife, and no one ever talked about that.
Really?
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld's a little bit of a maniac.
Wow.
Where Jerry wants.
A bridge you just burned.
There's a bridge. Hey, Jerry, if you're watching the show, feel free. You can be on my podcast. I'll be on your show. We'll do like a one-on-one mix. We'll talk about it.
You guys can rank coffee.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we can rank coffee. You know my favorite coffee? Starbucks. So Gary Shandling's off the list. That's one round of veto. You guys feeling good right now? We took off the list. You feeling all right?
Never better.
Never better.
You know, I mean, I've felt.
You know, as a ghost. I can't imagine.
I felt better, but that has nothing to do with the list.
Well, you've almost vomited 3 times since I met you today, so I can't imagine you're feeling great.
It's, you know, just one step at a time. Robert, it's just, you know.
All this death catching up with him.
You got
the black bile of death.
The Grim Reaper is at your door.
You know, I just one tear every day, and that's how I get through it. You know,
tattoo?
No. I don't want people to be afraid of me.
My back is full of teardrop tattoos because I got a job. You know.
Yeah.
Just looks like I'm sweating. All right, we've taken 3 off the list: Gary Shandling, Nancy Reagan, and Harambe. We're going to continue the round, taking things off the list. Patrick, you're up again on this list. Who is not the best person that died in 2016?
John Glenn.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow, he's an astronaut. Who are the greatest heroes of all time?
Yeah.
So why are you taking John Glenn off the list?
Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Until you just said that, I had no idea who he was.
Until Jesus Christ. On Facebook Live, I already have somebody saying I engineered the coup in Iran, and that might have something to do with the fact that in the second episode for Worst Country, Iran was the worst country designated. Yeah.
Really?
The reason was they killed homosexuals, and it was destroying Zayn Zadie's yogurt crop. You should have watched it.
So we're
Peter Frederick Wallace, very interesting. Gary Shandling. Gary Shandling.
You know what? I kind of agree.
Well, he's off the list that much. He's gone. You think Gary Shandling's better than Chyna?
Well,
no.
I don't.
No, I'm sorry, Gary Shandling off the list because I feel like he wasn't going to give us anything after this. You know, he's already dead. It's probably reasonable to take Chyna off.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of lot of angry faces.
This is the most angry faces I've gotten. It seems a lot like Peter Frederick Wall is upset that I'm not adding Gary Shandling back to the list. And guess what, Peter? Too fucking bad. That's the good thing. Alienate the one person really watching the show and go after him. But hey, Peter, we both agree that Rogue One was adequate. Anyways,
Yeah, it was all right.
it was an adequate movie, you know? It wasn't the greatest movie. Forrest Whitaker character had no reason to be in it.
I thought we were ranking dead people.
Okay, we're back to ranking dead people. Thank you for getting me on task.
John Glenn.
John Glenn off the list because Patrick didn't know who that was. Just so you know, Patrick didn't know who John Glenn was and was still taking other people off the list first. So that's how much he hated Harambe. Well, that's fair. He wasn't a person. John Glenn seems like he's a person, but John Glenn could have just been a really aptly named weasel.
Who's to say?
But now that you tell me, so where did he go?
He was the first person in space from America.
Oh, well, what
But
has
he
it
didn't
done?
go anywhere,
What has
did
it
he?
No,
done?
he didn't go to the moon.
What has it done since?
He went up again when he was like 60.
Oh, yeah,
Where
what
to?
did it do?
Space.
I didn't see him.
Well, he went past the clouds. He kept going. They don't stop at the clouds. They just go right
You
through.
think I would have seen
Yeah.
him pass by?
Well, where were you up above Cape Canaveral?
No.
Peter Frederick Wallace said Rogue One should be put on that list. Right now we have offers of Alan Thicke and Rogue One. I'll be honest, it looks like and another angry face. Thank you, Peter. We're gonna keep doing this list. So John Glenn was just an astronaut that went to space.
Yeah, so
Take him off.
I tell you what, Stan, I've been to space hundreds of times.
My name is Joe. Okay, so
Hundreds of times I've been to space. No big deal. You know what's there? Nothing. A
nothing.
whole lot of nothing.
Okay.
I mean, there's.
Wait,
some-
you've been to space?
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. There's some stuff sometimes, but like you really got to look for it.
What?
What, the stuff in space? Yeah, I mean it's there sometimes.
Okay.
You got to really find it. You got to try math. Nope.
John
John
Glenn.
Glenn, he was wasn't he the mayor?
The mayor of space.
A
Yeah,
governor?
he was the mayor of space. Oh, he was in Ohio, I believe. Something he did some. He was a senator for a little bit. I mean, he's done a lot of good things.
He's probably
Yeah, Brian Christoph just jumped on.
Yeah, right.
Alan Shepard was the first American in space. John Glenn was the first to orbit the Earth.
That's what I meant.
Well, that's reason enough to take him off.
He's off the list. You orbiting son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Orbit this.
Yeah, man. Like I'm pretty sure.
Right here, buddy. Right here, John Glenn. You dead fuck.
Like, you can
When you see John, you should tell him.
Yeah.
Right here.
I got an Earth for you to orbit.
I got.
if you don't
I got
know
something
what
you could be
about-
senator of. My
My
ass.
cock.
Oh. Now, Peter Frederick Wallace and Brian Christopher are talking to each other about their Taco Bell drive-thru.
I hope you got a Nachos Bel Grande.
Oh, you know what I like is the Doritos Locos Tacos. I like those.
You
Cooler
keep, you
ranch.
keep eating those, you'll be on the list next.
I'm a big fan of the shredded chicken burrito. Shredded chicken burrito is pretty far out.
So Taco Bell, if you want to sponsor this podcast,
Chicken.
Brian got chicken. All right, Trent, you're up. Who are you taking off this list? Jesus Christ! Way to go, falsetto.
Well, I go with Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo,
Yeah.
the fortune teller. You were saying earlier you didn't know who that was either. This seems to
Exactly.
be a-
Well, then he told me who she was.
Yeah, she did fortunes.
Yeah, she should have seen her death coming.
Well, it doesn't
She
mean
should
she
have
can
seen
stop it.
getting taken off the list coming too.
You know what? I agree with that one. I mean, if you can see into the future, then maybe you should.
But you can't stop it.
Yeah, but you could have just let us know. You could have been like, hey.
Yeah, my time has come.
Well, you guys should have called in. You called in on the little things. And Miss Cleo, are you going to die? I think she would have told
I
you.
only text.
I only text. Fair. Jesus, how easy is your life? You
Well,
only text.
I'm dead.
So pretty easy.
Yeah.
Texting from the cloud.
I don't have a phone. I don't want them to find me.
You're on a video podcast on the internet right now.
Hey, man. It's cool.
Okay, well, Miss Cleo is off the list. I'm starting to think Patrick Murray's not your real name. All right, I'm up next, and I'm sticking with the same kind of thing for like Gary Shandling of what I believe. And I think I'm going to take Chyna off the list.
Okay, now hang on a second.
The ninth wonder of the world?
What's your thought, Patrick? You seem to not like that.
Well,
Trent, I understand.
Here's the thing. I saw this really great video with her and X-Pac, and they were both naked, and they were having sex.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the worst porn I've ever seen. So I don't know, maybe she could hang out for one more, round.
I saw that one. I saw that one too, but I also saw we only get in the cloud. We only get porn Chyna made, but there's another porn.
That's the worst ever.
Maybe it is purgatory, but have you seen this one? There's a porn where she's in a wrestling ring, Chyna, and all these porn stars are dressed up like other wrestlers, and then there's
what really?
there's one guy dressed up like Mean Gene Okerlund. It's real degrading.
It's real degrading.
Not Mean Gene.
Yeah.
It's real degrading.
Oh, I loved him in
That's
Legends House.
the most ridiculous comment. It's real degrading. So it seems like I'm glad you did, because it didn't seem like her life was going the direction she was hoping for. She wasn't going to wrestle another match in the WWE, I don't think. And all she was going to do is keep making porn that makes people feel more and more sad about her, Oh, she did a porn once. This time she was it was a show. It was for Total Divas, but instead of that, it was just a guy with a big beard saying he's Daniel Bryan eating corn. It was a bad one, anyways.
Oh wow, this is intense.
Okay,
Are you watching the video?
you literally never had this happen before. You are literally watching a porn as we do this video podcast.
Is it
Man, our tits really aren't that. All right, this is not what the podcast.
pecs?
No, that's not.
Pecs.
Yeah, she's got real strong pecs.
She is a very strong woman, and she really did a lot for women in the WWE, and I respect her a lot.
If I wasn't so afraid that you'd murder me, I'd really comment about how you just watched the porn on my podcast.
So put him to sleep.
Put him to sleep. Peter, that's a good point, Peter. Once you outlive your usefulness to me, you're off the list. You know what's funny? Every time somebody goes off the list on my list, they go on Chris Jericho's list.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Chyna,
bitch at it in, man.
you just made the list.
We're soundboards. All right, so we're down with two rounds of veto. This is the first episode we've done 15 or 14 people. So I had to add another round of veto. So Patrick, I got to ask you, man, what's going on? Who is another person you want to take off this list?
Oh, man, this is hard.
For the people at home, Muhammad Ali, Arnold Palmer, Prince, Gene Wilder, David Bowie, Phife Dawg, Carrie FIsher, and Alan Rickman are left.
You know what? I'm going to have to go with Muhammad
Thanks,
Ali.
Elise, by the way, for sharing the thing. What?
I'm going to have to go with Muhammad Ali.
You're taking Muhammad Ali off the list. Muhammad Ali, who's arguably one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Look, I'm not saying he's not one of the greatest athletes of all time.
He's not better than Chyna, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that much right now. There's no porn with Muhammad Ali in it. There isn't. So you're taking Muhammad Ali off the list. What is your reasoning for taking him off the list?
Well, just in the line of people we have on there, he's he's not better than Alan Rickman
or Arnold Palmer.
No way. Okay, look, here's the thing. I was thinking about that. I was like Arnold Palmer or Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, he hit a guy or two, whatever, but he didn't invent one of the greatest drinks of all time. Which is what Arnold Palmer is famous for.
So you're taking Muhammad Ali off the list, and Peter Frederick Wallace is losing.
He's livid.
Losing his shit. So many angry faces. I've never seen that many angry faces pop up before, Patrick.
Well, he's the only viewer you have that was alive to see a Muhammad Ali fight.
So we're taking Muhammad Ali off the list. Unbelievable. I really thought he was going to win this one.
Really?
Yeah, but I guess at the same time.
The guy who like punched people for a little bit and then just like shook around for a while.
Yeah, but it was all, the whole not going to the army, like fighting in like African American rights, all that other stuff.
I just knew he was a boxer.
Okay, well, Muhammad Ali is off the list.
He didn't like make a delicious drink that
This is going to be controversial, I believe, folks. Trent, you're up.
Float like a butterfly, die like a bee. I go.
He's all about buzzwords.
because the bees are dying.
Exactly.
It's a really big problem.
That's the only thing we should be talking about.
It's the bees. Podcast over.
All you guys are gonna end up like me.
Feature Fender calls. Ali could go anywhere in the world and be welcomed into anyone's home. And not Patrick's, I'll tell you that much. Not Patrick Murray's.
Yeah, if you can make me an Arnold Palmer without spilling it, you can come to my house.
Oh my god!
Right. If you can make me an Arnold Palmer, that's really good.
I'll go.
Long as you're real weirdly loud about it, I'm happy.
I'll go with Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman off the list. Patrick feels a little hurt by that. Snape. Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber, you're just gonna kill America's Christmas.
The voice
right
of
now.
God from Dogma.
Yeah, he was the dickless angel, indeed. Gone.
So long, God.
Gone.
So why did you take Alan Rickman off the list?
Really, the only thing I knew him from was Harry Potter.
Because you're a child.
I mean, honestly, it hurts.
Yeah, I'm a child.
I'm a dead child.
Honestly, it hurts, but it just makes sense in the list. We've got a lot of big players here in the list, and Alan Rickman, fantastic.
It's getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah,
it's getting down to the
big players, and someone's got to go again. Someone's got to go again, and he is gone. Sweet Prince.
All right, this is not going to be well liked, but feature Fisher calls fuck Snape. Well, fair.
I agree.
I am. I love the music. I love the music I hear. We have a lot of musicians getting near the end here, and I think it's time to take one of them off. So as much as I love the band, listen to their music, one of the things I listen to all my music, listen to their whole albums, all that stuff. But I'm taking Phife Dawg off the list.
Oh,
my reasoning is this.
Oh, I might actually throw up.
Phife Dawg is not Prince. Phife Dawg is not David Bowie. That's my thought process. He's not a better musician than David Bowie or Prince. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah. I just listen to Tribe way more than I listen to both of them.
You got Abe Vigoda.
That is a good.
Alan Rickman greater than Carrie FIsher. Jesse. The anticipation is killing me. Brian, the anticipation of you eating that chicken from KFC is killing me.
How old was he in Phife Dawg years?
The ghost with the most. Trent Mabry. Phife Dawg.
Oh, I don't even want to see it happen.
I don't even want to see it happen. We're down to our final 5. Now we get to add one to the list, and literally the only person being offered up here was either Patrick Murray, even Phife Dawg would have removed himself from the list before Muhammad Ali. KFC greater than Carrie FIsher. Gee, that's okay. KFC Popeyes is the way to go.
Yeah, Popeyes.
Popeyes by far the best chicken place. So anyways, guys, we're down to our final 5, and the audience, from everything I've gathered, is either offered up that Patrick Murray should be on the list. No one has offered that Trent Mabry should be on the list, who is a ghost. Cam O'Connor, not afraid of Patrick. Most people shouldn't. You just got to keep your distance. He can't get to you. Folks, we're down to our final 5. Arnold Palmer, Prince, Gene Wilder, David Bowie, and Carrie FIsher. We're going to add Alan Thicke to the list as he was the only one offered.
Well, what about Abe Vigoda?
Do you think Alan Thicke or Abe Vigoda should be out of this list?
I think Abe Vigoda.
Yeah, me too.
Jesus Christ.
Alan Thicke.
Abe Vigoda.
Alan Thicke gave us Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
That's he's done enough.
I'm kind of writing in blurred lines right now. Abe Vigoda.
Beautiful.
What do you like so much about Abe? By the way, folks, we got to our final 6 here, and I'm surprised at a few names that got off the list. 1, Muhammad Ali. 2, John Glenn, who's a goddamn astronaut.
Who gives a shit?
3, I'll be honest, I know why I took Gary Shandling off, but you guys got to get off his goddamn cock, all right? Abe Vigoda. What do you like about Abe Vigoda? Let's start with here. So what we're going to do now, let me explain. We're at the final 6. We're going to go one at a time to each person, decide whether they should be in the top 3. I don't think he's Canadian. He's disqualified. We're going to go to each individual of the top 6, decide whether they should be in the top 3 or not, and then get to a final 3. So we can go immediately there in the top 3. We can go, well, it's kind of on the buffer. Let's talk about the other ones first. Or we can go definitely not in the top 3. I'm going to start off with Abe Vigoda. That's how they met. We're going to go with Abe Vigoda. Trent and Patrick, why did you guys want to add Abe Vigoda to this list?
He's a huge inspiration to us all.
How so?
He was in The Godfather. And a lot of people like that movie a lot.
He was in The Godfather, and a lot of people like that movie a lot. Trent, why did you want him more than Alan Thicke?
Well, he was in Good Burger.
He was in Good Burger, and a lot of people like that movie too.
Yeah, I would say better than The Godfather.
I would agree.
He was in Barney and Miller, good sitcom in the 70s. And he also, everybody thought he has been dead for years. But he's still kicking.
Yeah,
he was still kicking.
Oh, now they finally got up.
Yeah,
to
he
him.
finally
We didn't
got
have that website.
Yeah, is Abe Vigoda dead yet?
And I remember that day when it changed the world, you know?
Do you think Abe Vigoda is the top 3 best person who died in 2016?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
I 100% think he is.
Okay, well, we'll put him on the cusp here because we have 2 people that think absolutely not. More so than Muhammad Ali. All right, I want to go out the list backwards. Carrie FIsher. Is Carrie FIsher a top 3 person that died this year?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
She's the most important dead person on this list.
I would
I
disagree
don't know
with
about
that.
that.
So you think Carrie FIsher? You're saying Carrie FIsher top 3. You're saying definitely. Are you saying more so than Abe Vigoda?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna put Carrie FIsher in that top 3 area and keep Abe Vigoda on that cusp. We're gonna keep going on the list. David Bowie. Is David Bowie a top 3 person that died this year? I would say yes. And my reasoning for this is that he came out with an album that was amazing right before, like 2 days before he died.
Haven't heard it.
Oh. I'm putting Bowie up there.
You're putting Bowie up there.
I don't want.
I
I want Peter Wallace to throw one smiley face up there.
I lost my marker.
I'll get it.
Thanks, Trent. I lost my marker. The one thing I have in this life. But okay. We're still talking about David Bowie. I think David Bowie's the top 3. Patrick, you don't listen to David Bowie. I feel like
I don't like music.
I don't like music. I can't believe. How do you exist?
I don't.
I'm a ghost.
Yeah. But
All right, Patrick. What do you think about David Bowie?
I think David Bowie's pretty dope. I like his music a lot.
Do you think David Bowie's more important than Abe Vigoda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I like Changes.
I mean, he's no Frank Zappa.
Chippendale, rescue rangers. Chippendale, what a danger.
David Bowie, sorry, a massive celebrity die-off.
Well, that's not his fault, Peter. Anyways, okay, so right now we have Carrie FIsher, David Bowie in the top 3, Abe Vigoda in that 3rd place spot. Let's continue on the list. Gene Wilder. Now
I think top 3.
So far you've given me 3, the 3 you think are the top 3. Oh, you don't think David Bowie should be there?
No.
Yeah, I gotcha. So you think Gene Wilder top 3? I actually would not. I would go out of my way to say Gene Wilder is possibly top 3 as well. Patrick, you're saying no.
Yeah, I've got my top 3.
I understand, but it's a group work. We all work together.
He's gonna murder us after this.
Yeah, I mean, like we're working together, you know.
So would you say Gene Wilder more important than Abe Vigoda?
Yeah, more important than Abe Vigoda.
Okay, so I'm gonna take Abe Vigoda off the
A
list.
lot of people want you dead, Joe.
Timmy Wells. I'll tell you, Timmy Wells.
I still can't figure out who that is.
Find me. Follow the buzzards.
Bray Wyatt.
He's still alive. Undertaker might be dead. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's the dead man. Dead man walking.
Dead man walking. That's like his boss. Because you're a ghost. And you're walking.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's gross. Ava got off the list. And now we're down to Carrie FIsher, David Bowie, Gene Wilder. Prince is next, folks. Prince. Is Prince top 3?
No.
No, I don't think so either.
Wow. I'm shocked at this. I thought Prince was definitely going to be in the contendership. But I like, again, I'd like to have a top 3 that are different types of people. And I think I like Bowie better than Prince.
Yeah.
I like Prince a lot, but I like Bowie way more.
I like Ziggy Stardust is amazing. Life on Mars is maybe a top 10 favorite song of mine. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, world. Prince is off the list.
So on to the purple one.
So, hey, at least you went out. Well, you didn't go out on top because we're taking it off the list. Prince. Next down the list, Arnold Palmer.
It should have been
top 3.
You think Arnold
No.
Palmer is a top 3? You
3.
need to really, really get into this. Describe why you think Arnold Palmer is a top 3.
Let me tell you what, man. When you mix that lemonade and that iced tea together,
Fair enough, Dion.
Oh.
That's a fair point, Dion.
my God, it's so good. Splash
So
vodka.
you just like the drink lemonade and iced tea.
I don't think it should ever go away. Should be in everyone's top 3.
But did he make the drink?
Yeah, I mean it's named
That's why it's
after-
named Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was named after the drink.
I think no, I think he invented it. That's why it's famous.
That's
Well, he was wasn't he a tennis player? Or golf? We're both, maybe.
Yeah, I mean my grandpa's a golfer, but nobody knows who the fuck he is. You know why? Because he didn't invent a cool beverage.
guys. I feel like you don't get it. I'm gonna take a stance here, and I'm just gonna right away stop this where it's at. Arnold Palmer is taken off the list. No way Arnold Palmer should be in the top 3.
Oh,
Well, the thing with Lemmy died in 2015.
really?
Yeah, Lemmy died like December 25th, or not? I don't know, Christmas.
Singer of the Triple H entrance.
Yep. Triple H. He, you know what he did? You know what Triple H found out Lemmy died? He cried, then looked up, shut up, then he cried again. It was real crazy.
Pedigreed the Grim Reaper.
I heard Lemmy did or him?
Triple H.
Triple H out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do a pedigree out of nowhere. Just gotta like vertically land on their head. It doesn't make any sense.
Coming from the rafters.
I'm a fucking loser. Arnold Palmer off the list.
So on.
We're down to Gene Wilder, Carrie FIsher. Carrie FIsher, I'm surprised, got to the top 3. And David Bowie.
Recent.
So which one of these 3 people do you think shouldn't be on the list? Carrie FIsher, Gene Wilder, and David Bowie. This is part of the show, Patrick.
So hard.
Yeah, that is hard.
Well,
Again, Muhammad Ali. Sorry, I thought you would have won this, but Patrick took you off the list.
I think David Bowie's got to go.
You think David Bowie's got to go? Trent, what do you think?
Well, you know my thoughts on David Bowie. I've only heard a few of his songs. So I say, so long, Rebel Rebel.
You named like 5 of them. I've only heard so many of his songs.
I like his,
Labyrinth?
no, never saw it. Pan's Labyrinth.
It's a good movie. Pan's Labyrinth. It's a really good movie.
It's a retelling of Labyrinth.
We should watch that later.
Why are you? Why should we? Okay. Well, we having a discussion. We having a discussion off the show right now.
What?
I like David Bowie when he's doing rock and roll music.
You don't like it when he's acting?
No, and I don't like his like older his
jazz stuff.
Like that, like his last album.
Oh, his last.
Two.
No, his last 2 albums are great. Black Star was. Oh, Black Star.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh, that's unbelievable. I think Carrie FIsher should be taken off this list. I don't think Carrie FIsher should be winning this thing, or even close to winning.
I don't
this
think
thing.
she's gonna win this thing.
Well, then, Jesus Christ. All right, here's what we're doing. We're taking. I got 2 people saying David Bowie. That's the majority rules here on this show. I am shocked. I am shocked that Prince, David Bowie, and Muhammad Ali not winning this thing. Those are my 3 in the beginning of this thing. I thought John Glenn would be able to sneak it in. But no, you guys.
You're a
You
nerd.
guys,
You're a nerd.
you
John
would Carrie,
Glenn?
you would Carrie FIsher, the fake John Glenn.
Hang on. She helped destroy the Galactic Empire.
Okay.
John Glenn just orbited the Earth.
Princess Leia is probably more important than Princess Diana.
This also goes against everything that I believe, because Carrie FIsher and Carrie FIsher was still making movies, so maybe, I don't know. And Gene Wilder was
Not.
Writing novels.
Yeah, but I don't read. Anyways, we're down to the final 2, guys. I have a feeling of how you both are going to vote, so I'm going to ask you right now, Patrick, who is the best person that died in 2016 between Carrie FIsher and Gene Wilder?
God, that's so fucking hard, man.
Okay, well, you hold on to your thought. Trent, what do you think?
Gene Wilder.
You think Gene Wilder was the best person that died in 2016? Gene Wilder, Peter Frederick Wallace is absolutely upset at everything about this show. He got sad. He went to sad faces now. He went to sad faces from angry faces. He's going through all the stages of grief. That's crazy. So you're saying Gene Wilder is the best person that died in 2016. Patrick, do you know who you're going to choose yet?
I do.
Okay. Well, before you do that, then Patrick.
I think it's Carrie FIsher.
You think Carrie FIsher is the best person that died?
Yeah,
in 2016?
she's I mean, Gene Wilder is super dope, super awesome, but Carrie FIsher is like stayed relevant in the recent years. She is also wrote a lot of novels. She's been a very big advocate for mental health problems.
Yeah.
She was a very, very, very awesome, strong, independent woman. And
She's got a great looking daughter.
The worst comment. She's got a great looking daughter.
oh, Peter Frederick Wallace is gonna die.
And it's up to me, folks. And I got it's one's going against the whole reason I was taking people off the list because they're not doing anything recent. But the other one, to me, is just not the best person that died in 2016. But I don't know. Patrick can make a good case. She's done a lot of good things. Trent?
A Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Blazing Saddles.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
Yeah. All those shit movies with Richard Pryor.
Those are great movies.
Oh, I'm sending an angry face to that.
Those shit movies of Richard Pryor.
Oh,
No No stone unturned in the cloud. I'll tell you that much. Patrick Murray's now watching the show that he's on. Yeah. So Peter Frederick Wallace believes that Patrick has been setting this all up just so that you could have Carrie FIsher win this thing. Well, you know what, folks? It's up to me to decide. It's a tiebreaker vote. And I do this for myself. I do this for my God. And I do this for Peter Frederick Wallace. Gene Wilder is the best person that died in 2016, folks. Gene Wilder, everybody. Congratulations, Carrie FIsher. You're off the list. I'm glad she's dead.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. And her mom, too.
Whoa.
Well, Debbie Reynolds, what was she doing lately, you know? A lot of angry faces. People are jumping in here. Everyone's upset. Gene Wilder is the winner. You're angry facing. That's all your angry faces. I just realized that it was Patrick doing this the whole time. Folks, thank you so much for watching this mega episode of Rank You Very Much, the end of 2016. I hope you guys have a great 2017. I really do. I love each and every one of you, except for you. And folks, I just want to say thank you again for watching this year. We'll continue next year. Keep doing this show. I also like to thank my guest here, Peter Frederick Wallace. I'd like to thank.
He should have been.
I'd like to thank Patrick Murray for being on the show. Patrick, do you have a Twitter, Instagram, or any of these things you like to plug and talk about? Patrick, the stand-up in the town, about that he's going to host Crackers soon.
Yes, January 12th through the 14th, I will be hosting at the Broad Ripple location for Crackers for Steve Trevino.
Sweet, that should be an awesome show. That'll be great.
Yep.
I'll be in Chicago.
Good for you.
Anyways, no, Pat, do you have a Twitter and Instagram or Facebook stuff you want to plug?
I do have a Twitter. I just need to look up what my Twitter handle is because I forget a lot.
Okay.
What it is.
Well,
You don't follow me.
Yeah, well, who should?
It's at Pat Murray Comedy.
That was the name you couldn't remember.
Yes.
At Pat Murray Comedy. Go find him. Check out his tweets. It's going to be a lot of Apocalypse Now.
I've just been trying to start a Twitter feud with Smash Mouth for like the last 2 days. They are not biting. Also, it says my Twitter account has been put on hold or something because somebody else tried to log into it from some outside. Someone's trying to hack into my Twitter. Probably Smash Mouth. They're very upset.
Okay, well,
Well, they're not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'll tell you
But
that.
they are all stars.
Hey, now.
just put an L in your forehead.
Oh, come on.
To the left of me, Trent Mabry, a very funny comic in the Indianapolis scene. He kind of keeps to himself. No one really knows much about him. He every now and then he comes and tells a joke. But he's funny, I guess. Trent, do you have any shows to plug or Twitter or Instagram or anything?
Well, speaking of
he's very funny, guys. You
speaking
should check him out.
of dead celebrities,
Yes.
January 12th, I'm doing a show with Raven, professional wrestler. Raven at the Sinking Ship 2.
Sinking Ship 2?
Yeah, on 96th Street. And my Twitter is at Trent Mabry, TrentMabry.
That's great. You should check it out. He does a lot of one-liner tweets that go against the grain. Trent Mabry, if there's one thing I could describe him, goes against the grain. Trent Mabry. Anyways, I'm Joe Bates. I'm your host of Thank You Very Much. You can check out all the episodes here at Joe Bates Comedy on bidchat.com, bidchat.com/Joe Bates Comedy. Check out all of the old episodes of Thank You Very Much. All very funny, all very good. I recommend watching all of them today before the year ends. Also, guys, you can follow me on Twitter at JoeAmerica22. Follow me on Instagram at Joe Bates Comedy, or you can find me on Facebook. Friend me on Facebook. This is where I ask where I get all the lists and stuff. You can figure it all out. But guys, this is one of my favorite things to do. Every guest I've had this year have been great. Thank you so much for everybody who's watched the show. Thank you so much for everybody who's tuned in and giving me ideas. You guys have been great, and this is one of the last times I'll ever be sincere. Outside that, I'm perfect, and everything I do is the best that's ever happened. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for Best Person That Died in 2016, Gene Wilder. Congratulations.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Rest in peace, says.
Socks.
So thank you for the ghost. Thank you for the guy who probably killed him. Patrick Murray, Trent Mabry. I'm Joe Bates. That's Rank You Very Much. You're welcome.
You're not wearing a belt.